Namaste everyone, this is me Anuj and welcome back to the channel again. And the question of today is, what is yoga? Now there are various definitions about yoga, and the most profound one which sticks with me is yoga chitta vritti nirodha. So yoga chitta vritti nirodha simply means that your mind, which is your chitta, it's like a place. It's a place where the thought comes. It's like a land where the multiple people walks by, and these people are like your thoughts, and the thought comes, and these thoughts create different impressions in your mind. Okay, for example, let's say when you were young and you touch a hot water, and now you know that whenever you touch the hot water, it burns your hand, so you're not going to touch it anymore. So that memory, that impression sticks with you, so you don't do that same mistake again. Now this is a good type of impression. This is something, a learning impression. But there are a lot of traumas in the recent time which we are calling, a lot of traumas, a lot of anxiety, and a lot of experiences which create a certain heavy or negative impact in our bhumi, in our chitta bhumi. So different types of impressions in our mind create different types of functioning, different types of reflection. And because of these type of reflection, we sometimes get too attached with these memories. Sometimes we function on the basis of these past experiences which we have. Now, these past experience does not mean that this is the experience only from this life. Sometimes you have the memory and impressions from the previous karmic experiences of your life as well. So, Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha simply means that whatever experiences you have in your chitta, they are totally cease, they are totally remain calm. And the practice of that is simply by learning about your ignorance, about understanding about different and discriminate about your life, different kleshas, your ego, your hate, your attachment, and the love towards your life. So when you work on your kleshas in a deeper level, you start purifying your body, your mind, your energies, your prana level, then you will attain this meditative state of mind. And once you attain, or once you reach to this meditative state of mind, you can start working on your bhumis and impressions which you have in the previous life. So this is a very important definition which I'm very fond of. Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha, the cessation of multiple vrittis, multiple modifications in your land, in your Chitta Bhumi, in your mind, in your personality. So Ashtanga Yoga, in general, what you do in the physical practice, that's called Ashtanga Vinyasa. So usually people do get confused about what is the meaning of Ashtanga Yoga and what is the meaning of Ashtanga Vinyasa. So the physical posture is just a small part of the yoga practice. That's only the one limb or the one small portion of the yoga practice. And when you go to the ancient scriptures of yoga practices, which is the Patanjali Yoga Sutras, he talked about the 8 different steps which you have to take to attain the complete liberation or the freedom or the complete mukti and a moksha from all the materialistic world. So, whenever we study about Ashtanga Yoga in the scriptural form, in the steps form, we study about the basic morals first, as something like a safety net, because you have to be in the societal world as well if you wanted to practice yoga. Now, many people think that whenever you are practicing yoga or you are living a yogic lifestyle, you are just free. You don't have to do anything. You just free from all the judgments. You don't have to prove anyone. You don't have to speak to anyone. You can just be in the mountains, or you can lock yourself in the room. But surprisingly, these things does not work like that. And I have been found out over the time again and again that the more you try to hide, or more you try to get away from these things, the more these things will come and face you again and again. The life functions in this way that it's going to come right in front of you, and it's going to throws what you are trying to get away from or you're trying to get rid of. So no matter how much you get away from the society, no matter how much time you think the society is very inferior and you feel very superior and you think yourself that I'm more than different from all the other people around in the world, the yoga practice is not going to happen in this way. You have to be in the household initially, and then naturally the process will come when these things will go away. Like if you see the example of Gautam Buddha, natural process, by natural will, he was detached from the world. Similarly, the example of Mahavir and the other monks, they were naturally detached from the world. But if you try taking the actions on your own that you wanted to detach by taking certain steps. It's definitely not going to work out because you are putting a lot of force and effort. And by the means of effort, if you put effort into any single thing, you're trying to create something new, a new identity or a new personality. And anytime you try to create a new identity and personality, it's basically you're not trying to be your own self. You're trying to be something else, which you are not you, not the basic nature of you. So, yamas and niyamas are basically the moral codes which will keep you intact in the societal world. Because whenever you're trying to become non judgmental or free from the society, you're not going to be in the society. And yamas niyamas will help you to practice these things. For example, non-violence, truthfulness, non-possessiveness, or like sexual control. All these simple things will help you when you go beyond. But when we talk about ashtanga vinyasa, on the other part, the ashtanga vinyasa simply speaks about why the physical movement in coordination with the breath and so much concentration, it can actually help you. When you have a lot of control over your body movement and you move your breath accordingly while you are moving your body, it will give you a very meditative experiences. So many of you think when you are practicing meditation, you have to sit cross legs, close your eyes, keep the spine straight. But actually, life gives you a many opportunities to become meditative. And in order to become meditative, you have to simply be conscious about your surrounding. You have to develop certain skill so your mind can be concentrated. So Ashtanga Vinyasa is simply a practice of moving your body through the help of Vinyasa, through the help of the breath. So you can have some sense of meditative experiences. So yeah, that's it. That's a basic difference between Ashtanga Vinyasa and the Ashtanga limbs of Patanjali. How to be happy. Now, this question may feel different for some people, but for some people, this question is different in day to day experiences. Happiness usually found in the moments of experiencing life, and I have been experiencing life since because I have spent a few years on this planet, and I hope so do you. So, whenever we spend a life on the planet, whenever we are experiencing life, there will be few moments where we experience happiness. Now, the question is, do this happiness last, or do this happiness is very temporary or for a short period of time? Now, before we answer this question, that is this happiness is going to last for a long period of time, or this happiness is going to last for a short period of time? See, the happiness cannot last for a long period of time. This is a natural process of experiencing life. You have to experience the suffering, the sadness, the misery, and the pain in your body as well, also in your mind. And so do the happiness last. So, if whenever we enjoy happiness, we always hope that this feeling remain for a long period of time. But that does not happen because the life is very momentary. If happiness comes for a few fractions of seconds of a time, the sadness will come along with it. So all you have to practice is be discriminative. Practice a certain level of equanimity, certain level of balancing in the state of mind, that whenever the good time comes, we don't get too excited about it. We don't make that thing, we don't get cling or attach to that feeling for a long period of time, because that feeling is temporary. That's going to go after a certain period of time. And similarly, when a life throws a lot of conflicts or problems at you, don't develop hate towards it, because that is also another form of attachment. Because when you are hating someone, you're attached with that thing, so you don't want to feel that, you are getting away from it. So, in both the sense, yoga speaks about how you can balance a certain level of equanimity, certain level of balancing in both the highs and lows of life. And when you understand that how you can balance both the highs and lows of your life, you can simply become more and more balanced in your life. And whatever life throws at you, you don't become attached, or you don't develop hate towards it. That's a simple, basic ignorance we human have in our intellect. And that is something which the yoga practice speaks about, to develop a discrimination, a viveka, to be aware about that the life which throws highs and the life throws lows at you. So, yeah, I mean, the answer for the happiness will be this from my side.